Today we're going to create this Easter memory scrapbook layout using one of the Cut Above layout kits from our Craft with Heart subscription program. Each of these kits come delivered in the mail with everything you need to make both of these layouts. And today we're going to be using this bottom layout to create an Easter scrapbook page. Let's take a quick look at what comes in the kit. You receive some photo placement cards, your stickers, your die cuts, all of your photo mats, and pre-printed background pages. Your kit also comes with memory protectors, so you get quite a bit mailed to you every month, and each one is ready to create. Let's go ahead and get started using this kit to make our Easter memories layout. As I'm looking at this layout, I'm seeing that some of my photos may not fit the required cuts. A lot of the cuts are 3x3, and my photos are a lot of close-ups that really cannot be cut down to that 3x3 size. So I'm going to take a look at the layout again, and I'm going to see how I can adjust this kit to fit the photos that I have. The Craft with Heart kits have been designed for versatility, so you can take the photos that you have and you can adjust the layout so that you can make this scrapbook kit your own. And that's exactly what I'm doing right here. Even though the design has been made for 3x3 photos, I am laying out my photos that I have to fit the kit. Now I do have a lot of extras, so I'm going to be using a Pocket Plus protector on my layout with these additional photos. And I'm going to show you how to do that later. So here I have a rough layout of how my photos are going to go on the page, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the stickers and the die cuts that came with the kit. Now this does say party, so I don't know that I'm going to be using it, but I will be using quite a few of the other parts, like some of these little die cuts. And as you can see, they come out of these sheets so easily. They're practically falling out. I may not use those stars. I may use some other bits and pieces, but I do want to have them on hand as I design this page. I'm going to need to trim down a few of these photos, so I want to measure the space that I have here, which is about 10 inches. So I know I need to cut those photos at about 3 inches wide, maybe 3 1/4 wide. I'm just going to use my little Fiskars photo trimmer and trim up all of the photos so they fit inside this space. I've grabbed that photo mat that goes vertically and I'm placing it horizontally behind these two photos, and then I realized I do want to trim them down a little bit, which I've done again with that trimmer. While I have this photo trimmer out, I'm going to go ahead and trim down all of the other photos that are going to go inside that flip flap. It will hold 8 3x4 photos, so I need to trim each one of these down to 3 inches by 4 inches. I'm going to go ahead and set those photos aside for later and go through my package of Celebrate Today PML cards. All of our Craft with Heart kits match our current paper collections, which means that these PML cards match this layout. And I'm just grabbing a couple of them that I know will go well with the colors that I have in the photos and the colors that I have in the layout. I'm going to go through the pile of cards and see if there are any that I want to use right away, and I like the pink swish and splash of this Looking Good card, and I'm placing it behind my daughter temporarily. That pink is going to help her stand out against the blue. Now I want to bring in a few of the die cuts that come with the kit, and this yellow scallop is super bright, just a little bit too much for me. According to the directions, you are supposed to have one above and one vertically. So I'm going to try it and see what it looks like. And to be honest, it is still just too bright for me. So I'm going to play with it a little bit, see where I might want to put it. And ultimately, I do decide to place one of the scallops above the photos. After taking a look at the design, I decided I wanted a little bit more patterned paper. So I'm grabbing some of this plaid Celebrate Today paper, and I'm just going to cut a strip to place behind those 3 photos. I think it adds some nice contrast to that orange stripe. Now I'm going to work with the blue photo mat on the opposite page, and I felt like it wasn't quite long enough, and since it's hidden behind the photos, I can actually cut it into two parts and place it where I want it behind the photos. Now, this is a great thing to do with your parts and pieces that you get in these kits. You can always alter them to fit your design. I found another PML card that I want to use that matches the plaid on my daughter's dress and the plaid on the blue paper. And I'm just going to cut a little 1-inch strip from it and place it beside the photo. If you've seen any of my other projects, you know that I love using vellum die cuts, and these Celebrate Today vellum die cuts have some banner cutouts as well as a few flowers that I plan on using for the layout. This banner is going to hang below the photos with an Easter title on it, and I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that yet. I just know that this is where I want them placed. Now that I've made that decision, I can go ahead and start tacking everything down. I've got the PML card that's going to go over on the left, followed by the photo mat that came with the kit. And remember, I did cut that in two. Then I'm going to place down that strip of a PML card, the photos of my son and my daughter, and then I can move over to the right page. I've sliced off a portion of this vellum flower so that it is flat against that blue background. And now I'm going to adhere that yellow scallop border across the top. I'm going to use a ruler to make sure that that blue plaid paper goes straight across the page. Remember, this comes from the Celebrate Today paper pack. It's not part of the kit. Once that's been tacked down, I can go ahead and adhere those 3 photos across the page. At this point in the filming process, my daughter walked in. She's now 22, and she's pointing out different things on the layout that she likes. She's enjoying the little banner and the little blue part, and of course she snapped a photo of herself from when she was really cute, as she said. I really do enjoy sharing what I do with my kids and showing them that preserving memories is something that is important to do. Okay, so let's get back to the layout. I have pulled a yellow flower off the Celebrate Today sticker sheet, and I'm using my anti-static bag like I have done in the past to remove some of the tackiness from the back. Then I'm going to go ahead and place it down over on the left page. I'm going to repeat the process with a little Hip Hip Hooray sticker that I'm placing next to my son to reflect his excitement about having some candy. And I have a Today Vellum sticker that I'm not quite sure if I like it laying over the flower or if I want to put it up in the corner. And as you can see, my daughter has appeared again in the video, and she's letting me know she prefers it up on that corner. I decided to cut out that tangerine flower from the remaining portion of the pink plaid PML card that I used earlier. This will be placed on the other page of my layout, but I wanted to show you that this was a fussy cut flower, not a sticker. I decided to use that star border that came with the kit right next to these stickers. I wanted it to appear like a chevron flag, and I'm trying to make sure the stars stay in place. I'm probably going to have to go in and glue those later. You can still kind of see an outline of the stars, but from a distance, it appears like it's a solid flag. Now that the left page is done, I can go ahead and start embellishing the right side of the layout. I'm going to grab this sticker that comes with the other kit that says Everyday, and it's that tangerine color that matches the tangerine stripes. I just really like how well it balances the layout. And not only am I going to put this little sticker here, I'm going to grab that little fussy cut flower that I cut a few minutes ago. I've also added a vellum butterfly and a Celebrate sticker. Now I want to work on this vellum banner. I want the banner to say Easter since that's what we are celebrating, and I've decided to go ahead and use stamps with white embossing powder. Now I have an array of letter stamps here. Letter stamps are my favorite for titles, and I'm going to see which one the banner fits best. This one seems to fit well, but I want to try out the others. This next one is a little too small, the other one obviously too big, and the last one was a little too chunky for me, so we're going to go with the first set. I've placed the foam insert down on my table with the banner on top, and I'm going to use my anti-static bag onto that vellum banner. We're going to be using white embossing powder, and this prevents any extras from sticking. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab the letter E and place it on my banner to make sure I know exactly where I want it to go. I'm going to go ahead and place a stamping block over that and then stamp it with white Daisy pigment ink. The white Daisy pigment ink not only allows the embossing powder to stick, but the pigment gives it a nice bright white color. Once I've stamped the letter, I can go ahead and sprinkle it with white embossing powder and heat it with my heat tool. Now I want to double check before I do the rest of the letters. I want to see that these are going to truly stand out on my page. that's going to stand out really well. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with the rest of the letters. Each one of the letters for the banner is stamped with white pigment ink and then sprinkled with white embossing powder and heat set with a heat tool. If you're interested in learning more about heat embossing, I do have a video below called Heat Embossing 101. It's one of my Fab Friday finds I did for my VIP group. And you can see some tips and tricks on how to heat emboss and ways to use embossing powder. Now that the banner has been stamped, I can go ahead and attach it to the page. So I've laid them in place and I'm tacking them down with just bits of glue. I was having a hard time deciding how I wanted to hang these letters. I really didn't like the look of the twine and I debated stitching them to match some of the stitching that I did on the page. After much trial and error, I ended up just creating a few decorative knots and using a white gel pen to draw some stitched lines. Now that the base pages are complete, I can start decorating the photos for this Pocket Plus protector. This partial memory protector holds 4 horizontal 3x4 photos, and I'm going to decorate them with a variety of PML cards, stickers, and twine. Here I've already cut a small strip from a PML card, and I'm decorating it with a Celebrate Today sticker. I am also adding some loops of twine that match the twine behind that orange flower. I'm going to adhere this directly to the photo. The lower photo is going to be decorated with a vellum butterfly, and I'm going to just adhere this right onto the photo, then place another Celebrate Today sticker atop it. The third photo is going to be decorated with a heart and another word so that the entire phrase says "moments like this." Now I'm taking a 4x6 PML card and cutting it in half for journaling. This will fit in the second slot of my Pocket Plus protector. All I have to do is slide these photos into the memory protector. Our Pocket Plus memory protectors come in a variety of sizes and are great for adding all of those additional photos you have of events and holidays to your layout. Here's what the front side looks like of that Pocket Plus memory protector. It's going to sit right in between these two layouts and hold all of my additional photos and journaling. I will also be embellishing the photos on the back. This first photo is going to have a couple pieces of twine wrapped around the top, and then it will be matted with another PML card. The other 2 photos are going to be left as is. I am going to decorate the other half of this journaling card using this tab sticker that came with the kit and a small butterfly sticker from the Celebrate Today paper pack. Now I just have to go ahead and slide these photos in on the back side of that memory protector. At this point, I thought the layout was completed and ready to go in my album. I went to go get a cup of coffee, came back, and it felt a bit unbalanced. So I swapped the pages, right on the left, left on the right, and you couldn't believe what a difference this made. So let's take a look at the layout one more time on the instruction sheet. This is what the original layout looks like, and as you can see, I did change it up quite a bit, added a few additions, but I do like how this turned out, especially when I swapped the pages. Let's also take a look at what this layout looks like with that Pocket Plus memory protector. As you can see, I am able to add additional photos and additional journaling. I'm able to get all of my memories onto one layout. I didn't have to build a second layout for all of our Easter memories. Remember, this started out as a Craft with Heart kit. So if you are interested in getting these Craft with Heart kits, you can go to my website, hit the subscription tab, and you will be able to see the January, February, March, and April kits available to you, as well as your subscription options. There's even one that includes free shipping. I hope that you enjoyed today's video and you were inspired to try something new. I hope that you learned a little bit more about these Craft with Heart kits, how versatile they are, and how to use these Pocket Plus memory protectors to add a few more photos and memories to your layout. This is the second video I have created using the Craft with Heart kits that come in the subscription box. In each video, I show you how to make these kits match the photos that you have in your collection. If you're interested in the other videos, feel free to click the link above. If you want to see future videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you wish to see other videos of layouts that I've made, feel free to click the video collection button. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.